Hi everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to chair yoga for movement disorders and long-term health conditions, but of course suitable for everybody if you just want to move from a chair. So my name is Yanar, I'm a yoga therapist and chair yoga is my specialist passion. And so if you haven't joined a class before, welcome. And if you have, then welcome back, and I hope you enjoy the session. Everything will be gentle, you can move with the limits of your body. Notice how you feel throughout the class, be aware of your movements, be aware of your breath. I'll guide you through all of that. And of course, there'll be lots of opportunities to relax into the postures and settle your nervous system and help you manage stress and manage your symptoms. So that's why everything is gentle, and there's always a focus on bringing breath synchronized with your movement. So that helps the body relax. As always, if you have any questions about the postures or the practice, pop them down in the comments and we'll get back to you. So if you're ready, let's get started. As always, we start with settling your body into the posture, the position in your chair, just to prepare yourself mentally, physically for the movements and the practice ahead. We'll start with bringing the feet in contact with the floor, maybe slide them around. And if the temperature is getting colder where you are, you're going to have to, we'll get warm up, we'll move our joints and warm up very soon, I'm sure. So give the toes a wriggle, give the feet a little tap, just connecting to your body. And if you like, try add a little march, just a small knee lift, very gentle, doesn't have to be high. And again, we're just warming the body up and connecting. And give your buttocks a wriggle in your chair. Feel the back of your legs in contact with the chair. And then coming into your spine, rolling your shoulders back a few times. Feeling into your upper body. And then noticing your arms, where your hands are resting, the touch of your clothing, all of these little details to help you come out of your mind and into your body. And then just notice your face, soften your eyes, soften your mouth. And then notice your breath, settling into your breath awareness. Feeling your chest rise and fall as you breathe in and out. Maybe you feel the breath moving through your body and the body moving up and down around your breath. And we'll start with simple arm rotations. We're going to just slowly start to create circles with the arms. These can be small or large, it's up to you. Feel into your body and the capacity that you have today. We're going to add the breath. So together we breathe in as the arms come up, breathe out as they come down. With the breath, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Last one, breathing in and out. And we go the other way. So get familiar with the movement, opposite rotation, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Last two. Breathing in and out. Good, and rest there. We're going to stay with the upper body and go into cat-cow hug, a little bit of a self hug. So bring your arms out in front, palms facing each other. When you're ready, open the arms out wide and maybe lift the chin if you like. And then come and bring the arms wrapped around the body, rounding the spine if you wish. Otherwise, stay upright. Breathing in, stretching the arms open. Breathing out, wrap the arms around you and give yourself a lovely self-hug. Breathing in, lifting it, extending through the spine, lifting the chin if you can, sticking your chest out if you can. And then rounding forwards as you self-hug and give yourself a lovely hug for joining today. It's always an achievement to make a class. So open wide again, looking up, breathing in and breathe out. Exhale fully as you look down towards your lap or just stretch your upper body. Last one, big breath in and a long exhale out. And then when you're ready, come back up to a natural position. You can adjust if you need. And then we're going to do a diagonal stretch this time. So arms back out in front, palms facing each other again. And one arm's going to go up and the other down. It's a diagonal chest stretch, so reaching different parts. And then back to center and then the opposite way. So go gently if you need to get the hang of that. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, you go the opposite way and out. Last one on each side. One arm up, one arm down. Back to center and the other arm up and the other arm down. And back to center and release. So going into some arm and elbow bending. So bring your arms out in front. Remember, this is if you've done this before, it's a simple move. And if your arms get tired, held up here, just lower them down. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to have mine up at shoulder height. So you adjust where you need to. Breathing in here, palms facing up. Breathing out, hands to the shoulders, bending at the elbows. Breathing in and out. A lovely move for elbow mobility and joint health. Breathing in, opening, extending. Breathing out, fingertips to shoulders. Last two, breathing in and out as you bend. Last one, breathing in and out as you bend. And lower, and just feel into your arms. There might be tingling, lots of sensations, maybe pulsing, especially if they've been held up for a while. Okay, so bringing fingertips back onto shoulders and the arms out to the sides. So elbows out high to the sides at shoulder height. And if that becomes uncomfortable, just bring them down. So we'll start here. And we're going to take a breath in and breathe out. Elbows come together. Don't worry if they don't touch. This is a great one for your posture. Breathing in. Shoulder blades go together towards the back. And breathe out. Elbows come in front. Breathing in, stretching the chest. Breathe out. Elbows together. Breathing in, stretching, stay upright if you can. Breathing out, stretching the upper back. Last one, breathing in and out. Good, and just let go of that posture. Take a breath. Then we're going to go upwards this time with the stretch, with a spinal stretch. So creating a little bit of space in the spine, lifting up, and that will help your respiratory muscles as well. So bringing the fingertips back onto shoulders. This time we can start with the elbows down, and we're going to reach up on your next inhalation. So when you're ready, breathing in, arms come up. My arms a little bit cut off the screen. If you like, you can bring the palms together. Otherwise, just keep them apart. Just see what your body allows. So we continue breathing in, reaching up. Feel the stretch through your torso. And breathe out as you lower, elbows back down, fingertips to shoulders. Breathing in. Big stretch. And breathe out, release. 2 more. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathe out, release. Last one. Breathing in, feel the stretch. And let go as you breathe out. So lovely one, especially if you're working at a desk or you're sitting for long hours. Okay, so let us do a rotation this time. We're working through the whole of the spine. Lots of great postures for spinal mobility and spinal health. Okay, we are going to rotate. This time, I'm going to hold. So bring both hands to the side of your chair and look over to that same side, whether it's looking at your hands or looking over your shoulder. Just find what's possible for you and your body. It will be different to mine. So don't worry about looking at the screen. You just want to find a rotation through your spine that is comfortable, doable, and one that you can hold. So look over your shoulder or just look down at your hands. Take another breath in and out. And let's do one more. And then gently come back to center and be ready to repeat on the other side. So bring both hands to the other side of your chair. If they don't reach the side of the chair or the arm, you can just hold the side of your upper thigh, your leg. So mine are just holding the side. And then find your twist. I'm going to turn away from the camera and I encourage you to do the same. Look over your shoulder or look down at your hands or just find the twist that's comfortable for you. Staying upright if you can, lengthen through your spine. Stretch the chest open, bring your shoulder back if you can, and then find your breath. Breathing in and out. Nice gentle breath. Feel the chest rise and fall. And one more. And then release as you exhale back to the middle. And then we're going to move down the body. When you're ready, we'll adjust our knees so they can be wide. So wide feet, wide knees. And you can adjust your buttocks if you need. And here, take your awareness to your whole back and spine. So starting with your pelvis, feeling into your hips, into the lower spine and lower back, all the way up the back, shoulder blades. Can you bring them back? Can you stick your chest out a little, lift your head and chin so you're connecting to the whole of your upper body, and then feeling your breath, full body awareness here. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to your body, back to your breath. Hands on the knees. I'm going to hinge at the hips, so keeping a flat back. This is a super helpful pose for reaching for things on the floor. So when you're ready, take a breath in and then lean down towards the floor, leading with your chest and then looking down at the floor as well. Don't worry about looking at the screen. Coming back up, staying with a flat back, shoulders back. Take a breath in. Breathe out as you lower your chest towards the floor again. Breathe in, back upright. And we've got 3 more here. Breathe out as you lower. You may feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Don't worry if you don't. Breathe in, back to center. 2 more. Breathe out as you lower. Press into your thighs if you need to. Breathe in, back to center, and last one, lowering with the chest. Keep your shoulders back. Hold and return gently and slowly. Good. Okay. So from here, we're going to go into our triangle pose. So bring one arm down in front of your knee with the palm facing out. And just rest it there. The other arm, we're going to go halfway to shoulder height and push your arm back towards the wall behind you. And then look at your hand if you can. You can raise the arm a little bit higher if that's comfortable for you. So find an angle that allows an opening in your chest, stretching your chest. Find your breath. And then release on your next exhalation. And then switching sides. So the other arm, extend down, fingertips towards the floor, palm facing out. And your raised arm out at shoulder height. Palm facing out. Then you can look at your arm, adjust the angle, feel the opening in the chest. Breathing in. And out. Last one, breathing in and release as you exhale. Now we do this, I've done this pose every week, I think, so far in my sessions, because it's wonderful for creating an opening in the chest, stretching the chest, especially if there's a rounding and a stooping, you want to be able to counteract that. So we'll do 2 more on each side, a bit more dynamically. Lower the arm, open the arm, at the other arm out, feel the opening in the chest, stretching, looking at your hand if you can, and release. And to the other side, breathing in, and out. We've got 1 more on each side, breathing in, taking the arm back as far as you can, and release on your exhalation. Breathing in, feeling the stretch in your chest. And out. Well done. Okay, we're going to close the knees, relax back into a comfortable position. And so we'll go into the knees, ankles, feet. So when you're ready, we're going to just create a bit of mobility for the knees. I'm going to go work on 2 feet at a time. So if that's not comfortable or 2 are not moving, because sometimes with movement disorders, they won't respond together, just do 1 at a time. So when you're ready, you're going to lift the legs up just as high as you can, and then lower. So moving from the knees, you can hold the knees if you like, lifting up with your breath, hold and lower as you exhale. Remember, just go 1 at a time if that's more comfortable. With your next inhalation, breathing in, lift, hold and lower. This is bringing blood flow to the knees and the thigh muscles. Next inhalation, breathe in, hold, and breathe out as you lower. 2 more. Breathing in, hold, and breathe out as you lower. Last one. When you're ready, breathing in, hold and squeeze those muscles as tight as you can. And release. Good. And let go of all effort. Let go. Now I'm just going to mobilise the ankles and feet. Super important for holding us up and keeping us stable. So give your toes a wriggle. You can watch them if you like. And you're going to bend the toes and then stretch them out. When you're ready, bend your toes towards the soles of your feet and stretch out as much as you can. I'm going to do 4 more. Bending and stretching. Big bend and a big squeeze. And stretching the toes as much as you can. Bend and squeeze. We've got 1 more here. Tight, tight, tight. And a big stretch. Splay them all wide open. Good. Keeping those tiny joints as mobile as possible. Now press the toes into the floor and lift your heels. You're stretching your ankles here. And then press your heels into the floor and lift your toes up. Again, you will see me repeat these movements for the feet across sessions because they're so important for healthy, mobile ankles. We're going to alternate heel, toe, heel, toe. And if you like, you can try these movements standing up if you need the support of a chair. Otherwise, they are just as effective seated as well, pumping lots of blood around the body. There's a big pump here in your calves. So if you've been sitting down for a while, do these heel toe raises. Look, we're still going, keep going. And it will help with blood flow around the body. And a couple more. And release, let go of all effort. Feel into the feet, feel any tingling, pulsing, sensations, your full awareness in your feet. Good. Okay, so we're going to finish with another tightening of the muscles throughout the whole body and then a letting go. So this is a great one for releasing tension in the body, a great one for helping the body relax. So sometimes if we tell our body to relax, it's quite difficult, but we can achieve it sometimes more effectively through movement. So this is boat pose, Narkasana, adapted for the chair. So bring your legs and arms into balance. And so the arms to the sides of the body, palms facing down, fingertips pointing forwards, and the legs just balanced left and right. When you're ready, we're going to lift the limbs up with the inhalation, tighten on, squeeze all the muscles, and then release on the exhalation. So when you're ready, we're going to lift, tighten all your muscles, and then release. We've got 2 more. Breathing in, lift and squeeze your muscles, and let go. Last one, big breath in, tight, 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 and then release. And we'll keep practicing that one over the weeks. So adjust yourselves now. Let go of all effort and come into a relaxed position. And we'll do a few minutes of breath work. Feel the effects of all of those practices. Prepare yourself into a comfortable seated position. Bring your feet back into the contact with the floor. Have your hands resting. You can lean back now if you like into your chair or stay upright with a cushion behind you. So prepare yourself to be quite comfortable. Notice your legs and the shape and the position that you're in. Feel the back of your legs against your chair. Feel your buttocks against your chair. Feel into your abdomen, chest, whole of the spine, whole of your back, to the tops of your shoulders. Make any adjustments you need to the back of your neck. Notice your head. Notice your face and all the facial muscles. So we're coming back to feel into your body. Notice the effects of all of those practices. And then follow your breath. Maybe you can feel it in your nostrils. Maybe you can feel the chest rising and falling. Just notice that natural movement, the rise and fall, the in and out. And then you're just going to lengthen, maybe connect your breath a little bit deeper, lengthen the in-breath and lengthen the out-breath. Continue lengthening your in-breath and lengthening your out-breath. All the while watching and feeling the body rise and fall. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to that sensation. Breath in the nostrils, chest moving, abdomen moving. Long breath in and a long, easy breath out. Let's do 2 more together. Long breath in and a long, easy breath out. Last one, staying with the breath. Long, smooth breath in and a long, smooth, easy breath out. And then let go. Let go of controlling that breath and just come back to an easy, natural breath, effortless. Let your body breathe naturally. And then notice how you feel in your body, in your breath, and in the mood and quality of your mind without any judgments. You're just noticing, just witnessing how it feels and what's there. And then I will leave you here with any sensations going on in your body, just feeling that experience. And then get ready to move again and to close the session. So just give fingers and toes a wriggle and your body adjusting back before you move again and leave your chair. So thank you for joining. I hope you're feeling good or at least better, and hope to see you again. And please jot down any thoughts or comments or questions and we'll get back to you. And hope to see you next time. Bye now.